Street food challenge right here in Japan. I have 5,000 yen to try and spend in this incredible time slip place. It is from 1745, so I'm taking you back in time. Let's go. Oh, this is not the real Tengu that I want it to be, but we're hoping he's coming out in a little while. Oh man, I'm waiting for the Tengu and he's on his way. He's gonna come over here now. Tengu is like a scary demon in Japan. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! That was actually quite the experience. I gotta say, I was actually genuinely afraid of my life there almost. I know he's blessing everybody, but man, just like the fierceness of his eyes and the creepy movements he had, and then with his stick, it was totally worth driving up here for 2 hours north of Tokyo to get for this experience. So cool. That was the Tengu. Anyway, we're here for the food, so let's get over here and start. So here we are in a replica of the Shibashi area food courts back in 1745. It is quite well done. You feel the wood as if it's like really old, right? There's something about it. Come tag along. Let's walk a little bit around, see what we can find. Over here you've got your regular, just, you know, nikumans and stuff like that. There's also some yakisoba. Might be a good idea because I've got a lot of money to spend. So the yakisoba is only 580 yen, so it comes about $3 maybe. Right? See? I still got $40 left. All right, let's keep going. This one here is kind of like a dessert area. They've got this 1-coin menu, which means it's just a 500 yen dessert. And I think this is what they call the warabe mochi. So let's try and get some of that. Hi. So, can you please tell me exactly what this is?
こちらがくず餅。
くず餅。
はい。
そう、米から作られてるってこと？
小麦粉の箱が。
This place serves the unagi, or the unaju, and that's eel, and that is going to be so good with the kabayaki that they use here. I'm going to get some of this stuff. It's a little bit on the pricey end, but it's so good, you would not want to skip this one. Ah, okay, cool. So I got a buzzer. They're just going to make it and prepare it, and then I can come back and pick it up. You know, the thing is, you always find some kind of surprise in places that you go and visit. Now, this place has something which is called the ippon udon. It looks like a sausage the size of my forearm, but I've never tried it, so why not? Let's just give it a go. Okay, I was told that you could put some of the spices on this one. You like? This is the shichimi, which is like 7 hot peppers, I think it is. Yeah. All right, well, this is going to be quite the experience. I've never seen anything like that, actually. So, you ready for it? 3, 2, 1, itadakimasu! All right, all right. Look at this. Like I said, this is one arm of udon. I've, literally never seen it like this before. That is just comical. Like, I don't even know if I could describe it as good or bad. For a fun factor, absolutely. And it also comes with a egg yolk. Check this out. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. And you can dip your ippon udon inside the egg here and take a bite of that too. Let's see if it changes the texture. I feel like I have to be honest with you guys. I'm not a big fan of this one. I was like, I saw it when she pulled it out of the you know, the bath that they were all lying in. And I thought that could be fun to try. But yeah, if I have to rank this one from anything, would I come back to get this one? Absolutely not. But it's fun. While I'm waiting for the unagi, the eel to get ready, let me check out some of these yakisoba noodles. Yakisoba is some of those dishes I just feel like you really can never go wrong with. They're just heartwarming, and they make me think of summer festivals. Oh. Umagi! Oh. You know, they've been grilled on the pan. The soy sauce that kind of burns around it when they do make these noodles here is, yeah, it's just heartwarming. Yeah. And a little bit of that seaweed. It does what it's supposed to do. It feeds that little inner child of, you know, having noodles that have been burnt on a big frying pan in a grill. Yeah. My buzzer went off, so I'm gonna go get my unagi, and that's gonna be good. Oh, guys, this is like one of my favorite staple dishes of Japan. The kabayaki, which is the one that they have the eel. Now, eel is not supposed to be this tender, but they somehow do it by steaming it and cooking it and then grilling it. Oh, and they dip it in the sauce and re-grill it and time after time. And that's why it's quite expensive, but it's also extremely delicious. There you go. Now it comes with a sweet sauce that goes around, and you mix with the rice, and it is delicious. I already know it's delicious. It's just a staple dish that you can get here in Japan. And then you've got some of this sansho, which some of you guys might know from the mabo tofu. And this one is a real thin powder one that you kind of just sprinkle over the top of your little eel like that. And it just adds a little bit of extra, you know, flavor to it, makes it a little bit more tingly, more exciting. And it comes with a soup that is made from some of the intestine of the eel. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of soup. Yeah, it's got a very like delicate taste to it. It's not overwhelmingly like fishy or anything. It's just really delicious. And a nice way to go from palate to palate. And here we go. Of course, we're going to have to do it again. 3, 2, 1. Itadakimasu! Yes. Now this is what we've been waiting for. Look at the tenderness of this. It is so soft. It literally just falls off itself like that. See? Incredibly tender. Now, if you guys know eel, it's full of tiny bones. And they actually leave the bones in here because the way they steam it and fry it and everything, it just makes the bones tender enough that you can just eat them. Now I'm going to take the first piece. Oh, Yeah. Yeah, there's really something about it. It's incredibly tender. It is juicy. And the way they've grilled it, the skin has a little crunch to it. When you bite into it, you get all that, you know, smokiness from the grill. And it's just, you never really can go wrong with an eel like this. This one was probably the one on the list that took me back the most money. It was almost 2,000 yen, which is like $15. But I would say that this is really, it lives up to its reputation. And if there's a dish that you would want to kind of get that brings you back in time and actually just gives you a taste, this 1700s, I would say this kabayaki is the one to go for. So this is a sweet dessert made out of flour, actually. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is going to taste like, but I guess you have the sauce that you should be pouring over it. So it'll look like this. Oh, that's like a syrupy, almost like a maple syrup kind of sauce. Kuromitsu, which is like, I'm quite sure what it's made from, but that's what it's called. And it's got a very distinct sweet flavor to it. And here's the powder that they like to put on top. And it kind of looks like this. This is definitely doing the time slip, because this kind of dish would have been popular way back in 1745 too. You could just take a little scoop there and it comes out. Yeah. And ooh. Wow. The texture of this stuff is, for me, very overwhelming to say the least. Yeah. So the kuromitsu. Oh, that sweetness. Oh, man. Ooh, now I know why I don't like mochi. I don't like any form of mochi. It just gives me this feeling of wanting to vomit. Sorry for being so graphic about it, but it really doesn't do it for me. The sweetness of the kuromitsu, which is black honey sugar. What's that stuff on top called?
Hinako.
The hinako, yeah. These are actually soybeans that have been crunched into a powder. This stuff is good, but I would never come back for this one. Check out these things here. These are, they're also noodles, but they're big and thick. They come in these packages that you could buy and give as omiyage. Look at them there. They're actually quite delicious. You know, there's a very big tradition in Japan with omiyages, which is actually called the gifts that you bring when you are being so rude by going on a trip and enjoying yourself. So these highways is also like iconic for having specific things from this area. So if we're right here in a place called Hanyu, then there's probably got some stuff that is based right out of this area. For example, the big noodles that we saw earlier, but also some of the other things which are local things. Actually, it's just more noodles. I think this area is actually quite famous for having lots of farmland. There's something called the fruits line somewhere, not so far away from here. Sweet potato, which means sweet potatoes. Saitama is definitely farmland, so we know that these are locally produced sweet potatoes. You can get them in different colors. And so if you're going to be like true to the tradition of omiyage in Japan, then you clearly want to bring something from the area you've been to. Personally, I'm against that because if I'm having a good time, I just want to have a good time. So this is the rest of the money that I have for the 5,000 yen challenge today. It's about $10. And they got some sweet cakes over here. We're just going to get some of those. I would like to get one of the custard.
Custard one.
One. And one of the okonomiyaki.
Right.
Not quite sure what I'm getting myself into. If I have enough money. Yes, please. One. So 3 different things. And 2 minutes? Sure. No problem. Yeah, okay. I will wait. Yes. 1,010 yen? Alright, let's see if I have enough money. Yep. 1,010 yen. And this is all I have left. Which is about $2. So I would say challenge accepted and challenge completed. Thank you. And I've got my number right here, number 99. It's kind of like a lucky number because if you turn it around, it's 66. My number's up. Hi, thank you. Yay, let's go eat. So the first one we're going to try is the one that they just started selling recently, which is the okonomiyaki one. It's kind of inspired by the local dish okonomiyaki, I guess, down from Osaka. The taiyaki, which is in the shape of a fish, is also very iconic, just for the naming and the branding of what they do here. First things first, yeah, it smells like okonomiyaki. We'll take a bite and find out. Okay, that kind of works. Yeah, that's definitely okonomiyaki. It's got the soy sauce, it's got the mayonnaise, it's got the egg in there. And it's also got all the, the cool ingredients from it. But this is what it looks like. So basically what you have in okonomiyaki is a whole bunch of cabbage that's been, chopped up and then mixed in with some of the red beni shogas, which is the ginger flakes and stuff like that. And this one here comes with lots of mayo, It's got the okonomiyaki sauce, which is the brown sauce that's really like specific for how you get to that tasting. The thing is, it's throwing me off because it's the first time I've had a taiyaki shell with something like that in the middle. Is it good? Is it bad? Would I come back for it? I'll let you know in just a moment. But I'll go on to the next one. The taiyaki custard. So this one has got custard cream inside it. When I open it up, just be careful not to get it all over yourself because it can still be hot. You see how it's steaming out there? This one is very sweet and very savory, and it's going to throw me right back to what a taiyaki is supposed to be. Yeah. That sweetness needs some green tea to like balance it out with, because it's really, really sweet. This, I can see why would be an all-time favorite of just one of those happy dishes that kids and wives can enjoy. So we tried 2 different kinds. The first one was the okonomiyaki taiyaki, and the next one was the custard. Would I come back for those? The okonomiyaki? Absolutely not. No way. No way. That would never be a thing on my list to come back for. But it was fun to try it. It really was. Just because it was so confusing in your mouth. But this one is actually really nice. Yeah, I would come back for this one for sure. This is some kind of cake that I have never had before, so I'm not going to try and, you know, waffle on about something I don't know what I'm talking about. But they kind of look cute, and I had to get them because they were still within inside the budget of the challenge. It looks like a Hote-sama, which is one of the deities in Japan who is famous for prosperity because he's got long ears, and apparently if you touch the ears, it makes you, you know, fortunate. So anyway, let's see if he gives me any fortune in my eating his head. Oh, okay. This, wow. I didn't think it would be possible to eat something and actually feel like your mouth is getting dry at the same time. No! Like normally, natural saliva will come up, but man, this thing simply dries you out like nothing else. It's like one of those pound for pound cakes. No, it's not what they call them. Pound cake, right? I used to make when I was a kid. Except it's got a very sweet surrounding of it. So it's been caramelized somehow, which makes it into the color that it has. And then it's got some kind of chocolate inside it, which unfortunately is rather disappointing. So, over and all, it has been a fun day here in the Hanyu shopping center, or the parking area as they call it. I think the winner out of all the things we had today was definitely not the last one. It would be the kabayaki, which is the unagi. So the unagi bento was so delicious. It was really savory and beautiful, and it brought me like true joy. Now the custard one that we had at the end here, the taiyaki, actually kind of reminds me a little bit about the one we had up in Sendai, where I almost burned my mouth out. And you can look at that video if you go back to the library or check the link below. Anyway, if you like what you see what you like, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, set that reminder, come back for more food stories, and I'll see you in the next one. What? So while I'm holding this very confusing taiyaki in my hand, I'm thinking, what is your experience in the parking areas? Leave a comment below, tell me a story, let me know what's going on in your guys' lives, and what are the things that you would like to try and eat from this trip here.